Today I'm going to be talking about the primary model I use to support happiness and well-being with our teens here in our social groups. We'll get right to it. The model I use is called the PERMA model of happiness. It was developed by psychologist Martin Seligman. Let's hope I said that right. His model outlines 5 key elements that contribute to happiness and long-term well-being. His belief was that true happiness wasn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's a lasting feeling of well-being. It's about having balance across all 5 PERMA models. What are these 5 key elements? I'll show you. This is the PERMA model of happiness. We'll start here with positive emotion, feeling good, to engagement, finding flow, relationships, authentic connections, meaning, purposeful existence, and achievement, a sense of accomplishment. Positive emotions can look like, yes, feeling good, saying kind words to yourself, allowing you to think positively about yourself and of others. Engagement, so finding flow, finding things that you like to be engaged with. That could be journaling or dance. Maybe that's your soccer tournaments. It is finding engagement, whether that's listening to music or a sport that you are engaged with. Relationships, so authentic connections, that contributes to, family connections, friendships. Human beings look and seek for that sort of connection. So having that is a very important aspect of your overall well-being. Now, this model is not saying you need 1 million friends and you need to find really good connections, meaningful connections, ones with your family. For some people, that might be your mom, or for others, you might have a couple friends that you have good connections with. That will look different for everybody. Meaning, so your purposeful existence. I think that one can be quite challenging to seek, especially for children and teens on the spectrum. But finding what do you find meaningful in life? What do you feel your purpose is right now? Maybe it is just you find accomplishing school meaningful, or you find maybe your meaningful existence is that soccer tournament or those, your soccer practices, something that you are engaged with that you have deep meaning in. And then of course achievement, so a sense of accomplishment. I passed my math test, or I finished all my dinner. That can look different for so many people, but having a sense of accomplishment is what contributes to long-term well-being and happiness. So how can I, as a parent or as a mentor, help guide these youth into contributing to their PERMA model and being mindful of these different aspects of their life? Well, first, with positive emotions, we need to model these positive emotions, spotlight these positive emotions, acknowledge them at their best, at their moments of challenge, and be someone that they can count on and lean on. So positive emotions, if they're saying, I can't do this, I can't yet, you can't yet, not yet. Reframing just simply that one word will eventually reframe their mindset into thinking, okay, maybe I can in the future. This is not a permanent thing. I can't do this yet. It can be writing notes on, their bathroom mirror in the morning saying, I wish you a wonderful day, or look at this beautiful sunshine, something positive, glass half full. As I've said in other videos, I'm speaking specifically for helping youth happiness. In this video with children, it's more developmental goals. It's developmental milestones. It's first accomplishments and everything new. But for youth, it is very well mental well-being and happiness and anxiety and all those feelings. And so it's really important that we, as role models, model this language and these positive emotions. And when there are negative emotions, what we can do about that. It's really important where, if I'm having a bad day, not to suppress it, but to explain it and maybe model it for them. Oh, I had a really, really hard day at work. I'm feeling quite upset and overwhelmed, so I'm going to go take a hot shower. I think all those factors contribute to positive emotions because they're learning how to overcome these hard feelings, but also spotlighting the positive ones. For engagement, like finding that flow, we want a healthy balance between, school and demands and everyday life and something they're interested in, and sleep and downtime. Finding that flow, it can be some, journaling or coloring, maybe it's painting. Engagement can be listening to music on the back porch, getting a breath of fresh air. It doesn't have to be, those crazy soccer games or weekly sports, clubs, whatever that may look like. As long as, you're finding engagement in your community or within yourself or your home life, or maybe you're engaged as a family, having weekly movie nights. That contributes to your engagement. Relationships are so important, and I know it's hard for youth especially to find those meaningful connections and see where they feel like they belong and have that sense of self and self-esteem. And it's really important as role models and parents and caregivers to model that relationship and be there for them. If finding friendships is a challenge, to be that safe place and that safe person where they can have fun with you. You're a parent, but also let's have some fun together. I making things fun is like the best thing possible. Why not make it a game? I just think that having relationships, it doesn't just have to be friendships. It can be, how you're having a really good bond with your teacher, or you and your family have, a dinner together every night, or a movie night that also contributes to engagement. It's all kind of like in this web, So relationships are really important, and everyone craves that sort of connection. Meaningful existence. It will, of course, change as, youth get older, or their special interests maybe, change down the road, but having some sort of thing where they feel meaningful in, that could be what they're engaged with, or it can be what they feel most proud of. Having meaning is something from within, and that also comes with positive emotions and engagement and relationships. Meaning is just as important, to have that sense of I have a purposeful existence. Achievement, that sense of accomplishment, it can be as small as, we made your bed this morning. Good job. I'm so proud of you. That must have been hard. I know how challenging it can be to clean your room every week. Or yes, you passed your class. Spotlighting those achievements, no matter how big or small, they matter. They contribute to lasting well-being, long-term happiness. It is so important to spotlight these moments and acknowledge them and make them feel proud of what they're doing. And whether it's big or small, they might be like, oh, whatever, I literally just made my bed. But at the same time, that's a really big accomplishment for some. So we need to make sure that though they may not be big to us, they could be big to others, and we need to acknowledge them and spotlight them. Another thing I do here in my groups is I have these cards, and I have these cards, and we take a look to see what is short-term happiness and what is long-term happiness. So short-term gratification could be, let's see here. Here's a good one. Skipping homework. That might feel really good in the moment, but long-term, that is going to be a detriment to your mental health, because now you're going to miss out on, learning these tools, and you're going to be feeling anxious for this test, and you're going to go down this rabbit hole. We've got eating chocolate. Love chocolate. It's short-term gratification though. It's short-term happiness. So then we'll go and we'll talk about these cards, reading a book, online shopping, watching hours of TV, making a friend, making people laugh at someone's expense, winning a board game, making someone feel included. There's all these cards, and we'll go through them and we'll talk about how they are short-term or long-term happiness, and why we think that way. We may have different perspectives. So I remember a teen said, watching hours of TV is long-term happiness to me because I feel so burnt out and I just need a brain break. I was like, I totally see your perspective on that. I would just say, from my perspective, watching hours of TV almost drains me more. I feel more tired after. So we'll have those perspective sharing moments and those friendly, almost debate-like conversations where we're comparing these thoughts and different scenarios. One thing we do here at Awesome Match, the Spot, our teen space that I lead, and Raising Ausome, is we spotlight positive memory bank experiences every single day. I cannot express enough how important that is. Basically what that is, you are acknowledging, praising, making a positive experience. It can be a challenge for teens and youth that go from I can't to say I can't yet, or I can. And to start on that is spotlighting the things that they can and that we notice, and building those positive memory bank experiences, which then build self-esteem, a sense of self, sense of accomplishment. It is so important to notice the little things, take life a little bit slower, and really show your teens that you notice and that they're doing a good job, because that is so important.